No, because there's always bits of it that made me laugh. And I've been sitting in an edit with my editor, and we always try and make it get the levity in there, because it is quite dark subject matter, and a lot of it is quite bleak. And if it didn't have any humour in at all, it would be quite a hard watch, I think. I think so, and it also, I think, if you follow something that's quite brutal with something that's quite funny, you get more of an emotional response, and I think people are going to take more from it, and it just doesn't feel like you're doing it being brutal for the sake of being brutal. It's one of the range of emotions that the audience can feel.
It serves a purpose, and also a lot of it is suggested rather than that there is real violence in the film. I mean, it's a very uncomfortable film to watch, and in many ways it was an uncomfortable film to act in. But it's not gratuitous violence, and it's all to do with, it's a great character study. It's a great story about the triangle between the dynamics of three people in an enclosed space.
It's such a hard-going script, you know, and we had to sort of develop a level of trust really quickly between us, especially with a lot of the stuff we're doing with Gemma is really uncomfortable. I mean, it's uncomfortable to watch, never mind trying to do it, you know, and with somebody you barely know. But Gemma was a massive help to both of us, because she was fearless, and if she was in any way uneasy about what we had to do, then it would have made our jobs a lot harder. But we all sort of just, and what was really good was, because everything was contained in the studio, we got to shoot a lot of it in sequence, which was a lot of help. But sort of luckily or unluckily, a lot of the really tough scenes were at the very beginning. But from that, I think we all sort of developed a kind of natural bond and a kind of high level of trust.
No, I wanted them to all get to know each other and trust each other, because it's so important in those early scenes that, I mean, I don't feel, I mean, these guys are good actors, I don't need to manipulate them to get a better performance out of them in sort of tricksy ways.
You need to pay us.
Yeah, that's
Speaking of that.
Yeah. So, you know, we had a very short amount of rehearsal time, but it was just to sort of run the scenes through and get the scenes up on their feet and get people kind of trusting each other and feeling out each other's kind of way of acting and how people are comfortable working. And it was great that we, you know, by the end of the shoot, we all kind of knew each other's way of working really well and had a good sort of shorthand.